All right, hello, and welcome to the State of the Game podcast for May 26, 2025. I am your host, GT. Please keep in mind to keep it copacetic in the comments as you listen to the commentary. And as always, like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Keep it going, man. Keep liking it up. Keep following us. Keep tuning in with us, man. As we talk about sports, as we talk about culture, as we talk about entertainment and everything in between, man. To God be the glory at all times. All right, so let's get started. What's up, people? This is GT, and this is the State of the Game podcast. So we're gonna do something a little different this week. I know you see me with my Innovation Academy shirt on. This is both me and my wife's company. We're starting a new school, and we've been doing some work today on Memorial Day. It's a holiday for everybody else, but we get to work. We did a lot of painting. We did a couple of more things, cleaning and things of that nature. So, we're trying to get it ready for next school year, man. So, keep praying for us and keep supporting us, man. In the meanwhile, let's talk about what's been going on, man. What I wanted to do with this particular episode here is I wanted to basically streamline it. We won't be talking as much about, various subjects. We're just going to stick to one subject, and save other things for my reels and stuff like that on my socials. You can follow all of those to keep up to date with everything that's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about this today. I want to talk about what's the elephant in the room when it comes to sports, everything that's been going on lately, especially with the NBA playoffs. I want to talk about the changing of the guard in the NBA. It's prevalent, man. It's here, and we're watching it unfold in real time. Okay, we're going to talk about this season. This season has been a season of transition. It's basically the way the game is being played is starting to change even. In this particular era we've been accustomed to for the past, I guess, maybe 10, 15 years, it's basically been 3 points and dunks. 3 points and dunks and very little defense. What we've noticed in this season, as well as specifically in the playoffs, we've noticed a rise in your mid-range shooting. We've also seen a significant rise in defense, which is a throwback to what the game used to be for most of my older supporters and subscribers. We know about that as far as like the 70s and the 80s, how especially in the 90s, how basically the emphasis was on defense, the emphasis was on the mid-range game. The three-point shot was used, but it wasn't as highlighted as it has been for the past 10, 15 years. So let's talk about the rise of the new generation. We're talking about SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, your MVP of this year, and he is a mid-range monster. Okay, he's a call to your Kobe's. He's a call to your Jordans and people of that nature that basically had high efficiency and base their game more on your mid-range shooting and your finishing in the basket and your drawing of contact, which draws fouls. And I've heard a lot of people, try to downplay that part of SGA's game, but it's a very prevalent part of the game because it controls the pace of the game, as well as give him opportunity for high percentage points. And it also keeps his defenders at bay whenever they, I mean, you only have 6 fouls. So you can use them wisely, basically. But yeah, you have him, and you have your Anthony Edwards, another player that's been sort of related to the Jordan talk as far as how he plays and how he finishes at the basket and things of that nature. So those players, they're young players, and a lot of these players that you see on those lines are starting to really take shape and take over the league with their style of play. Okay. Also, you have players like Jalen Brunson, the New York Knicks. Man, last night they fought from, I guess it was about 30 points down to basically make it a fight in this series, man. They stayed alive on Indiana's home floor and basically kept the series alive. The series is now 2-1. Let's see what it looks like moving forward. Tyrese Halliburton is another one of those players. I mean, we're talking about emerging players. Okay, they're taking their steps. They're taking their proper steps to basically take charge of the league. Okay, so that leads us to, okay, if they're trying to take charge of the league, if they're trying to become the faces of the league, so what does that mean for the people that's the already established faces? Well, that basically means the decline. Guess what? Father Time is undefeated. Okay, Father Time is undefeated. So we're looking at the basic early playoff exits of your Los Angeles Lakers as well as the Golden State Warriors. Man, I guess I'll tell you what. Specifically with Golden State, that style of play, it's no longer sustainable. Okay, it's no longer sustainable in today's game. Sure, Steph Curry is going to be Steph Curry. Okay, Steph Curry is going to do what he does, but at the same token, when he's off, basically the entire team, just like you saw during the playoffs when they played, if he's not on the floor, their team, Golden State, no longer has an identity once he's not on the floor. He's the backbone of the team. He's the post that makes the team go. But when he's not present, well, you basically see what happens with Golden State. And LeBron James. We've reached this point, y'all. It's been 20 years. It's been a very high caliber 20-year career. But he's facing the writing on the wall as well as when it comes to basically trying to decide whether or not he wants to hang him up or not. Okay. And hey, it is what it is. Like I said, Father Time is undefeated. It comes a time for everyone in their career, no matter how great they are, that it's time to pretty much lay it down and hang it up, So we'll see what happens going into next year for LeBron, if he actually makes it to next year. That remains to be seen. Okay, they're in talks of it right now, but nothing's in stone as of yet. Okay. Even when you talk about your players, just like Kyle Lowry and Chris Paul especially, yeah, we've reached that point where those players, those established players that we've become accustomed to over the years as being perennial all-stars and being staples in the playoffs, now, I mean, they take an early exit and it's like you barely miss them. Okay. Hey, it comes for every generation. It comes for every era. It's just that time. Okay. And we're watching it in real time. Okay. And I've heard a lot of people that I've talked to say that this is probably one of the best NBA playoff seasons in years, just because of the refs allowing players to basically play defense and basically, just fresh faces, and that's a good thing too, as well as players being able to rise to the occasion, so to speak, and take that mantle from your LeBron James and your Steph Currys and even your Kawhi Leonards and things of that nature. Okay, people like that. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. I'm from the 80s and 90s, and I just never thought that I would see a game without your Magic and your Bird and your Elijah Wands and your Shaqs and your Jordans, of the world. But the game moves on. Okay, the game moves on. That's just how it is. Okay. Now we're talking about who's coming in, and I know the big thing is about the NBA draft and how the draft lottery played out. Everybody's got their eyes on Cooper Flagg as far as the draft comes up, and how he's going to basically make a splash in the NBA. Okay. You also have, like I said a couple of episodes ago, Houston is hungry. Houston is ready. Okay, they're on the rise and they're coming. All right. I look at Detroit the same way. You have several teams that's starting to, make that move, and you also have teams that's stuck in the middle, like your Bostons and your Denvers of the world, who aren't necessarily old per se, but these young guys, man, they are coming in and they could care less about the championship you won or championships you won, and they're coming to get it, man. They're running you off the court, and that's what when you change, when the game changes, the landscape of the game changes. That's what you pretty much have to expect. Those young guys, those young lions, man, they coming in and they ready to claim their spot. They mark their territory, establish their position as the next generation of the NBA, man. And it's a beautiful sight to see. I tell you what, from a competitive standpoint, it's a beautiful thing to see, man. All right. So look, let's look at it like this. Embracing the new era. I'm all here for it. You have some, I watched First Take a couple of days ago, and I saw Jason Williams, former Duke standout, as well as Chicago Bull. He talked about how the European player has basically taken over the league, I guess you would say, whereas the American player has become, in his words, lazy and complacent in their positions. Well, it's a lot to be said about that too. I kind of get his point when it comes to how things have evolved and changed as far as your overseas players, I guess you would say. They are hungrier. They do come in with a more work ethic mindset. But I think, like I said before, it's a total paradigm shift that's happening in the NBA, and I think a lot of that is gonna kind of even itself out and pan itself out, because those young players that are coming in, that are taking over, as I stated, they're more accustomed and they're more built for the European style of play, that hard-nosed defensive style of play. So I think it'll pan itself out and even itself out. I like the emphasis on team play. I like the reestablished emphasis on defense, and I like the way the mid-range game has entered itself back into the conversation, much like in football, how the running back position has reintroduced itself to the chat, I guess you would say. Those are valued points. Those are valued schemes. Those are valued offensive sets. Those are scenarios that can be highly productive and highly efficient at the same time. I used to say this years ago, man, when someone would be, 15, 20, 25 plus points down, no need to jack up threes, man. Attack the basket. That makes more sense, right? Because you're talking about efficiency and you're dealing with a limited amount of time. And here's the ironic part about it. Golden State, for all of its glory, for all of its precedent, whenever they were, down, you want to know why that no lead was safe with them? It was basically because they had the ability to do both. They would run and score efficiently from mid-range and things of that nature, and they would play turnover defense, solid turnover defense. They would push the fast break, and when the opportunity presented itself, then you had those timely threes, those momentum shifting threes that would cut down on the lead. That's why Golden State was so potent for years. It's not that they was just jacking up threes all over the place. Sure, no, not like that. They just had a more well-rounded game. With Golden State at the apex of their run, they had a similar style to San Antonio, whereas there was a point where I would see them advance the ball up the court and they would score, just like Popovich's system did years ago with Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker and Tim Duncan. There were times where I didn't even see the ball hit the floor. Okay, that's how they would move. You know what I'm saying, as far as with the fast break and things of that nature, even in their offensive sets. And at their apex, Golden State was doing the exact same thing. It's just that they were shooting more threes with it, okay, than twos like with San Antonio. So like I said, man, as far as a competitive standpoint, as far as from a defensive standpoint, and as far as from the mid-range aspect, I embrace the new era of the NBA. I embrace it, and I'm looking forward to what's next with how these players, this group of young lions, eventually evolve, and they grow into their systems and become their own entities, like your Edwards and your SGAs and your Jalen Greens and all those players, all those young players, those players that are coming in and they're basically marking their territory, man, and they're ready to take over the league. Okay, it's a beautiful thing to see, like I said before. All right, so let's go to my closing thought. All right, so I thought about this over the weekend, and I wanted to share this with you guys. This is for anyone who may be going through any type of turmoil, any type of situation to where they face adversity. Okay, embrace the fire that is there to prepare you for the next level. Okay, embrace the fire that is there to prepare you for the next level. All right, you're gonna have all kinds of obstacles. Okay. You're going to have all types of roadblocks and things of that nature, especially when you're doing something that is aligned not only with your purpose, but with God's will for your life. Okay. It's not gonna be easy. It's always gonna be a hill to climb, a mountain to climb. Okay. So instead of crying over spilled milk, instead of, feeling sorry for yourself or feeling downtrodden over your circumstance or your situation, man, listen, use that fire. Okay. And understand that fire is to build you for what comes once you pass it. Okay. Once you pass that test, once you get to the next level. All right. Some things on the next level, good and bad, you might not be able to handle until you pass that fire, man. Okay? The thing is, walk through that fire and you come out of it. Okay? You come out of it without a scratch. Okay? You don't let it get to you. You let it motivate you. You let it build you. You let that iron sharpen iron. Okay? That way, once you get to the next level, you can get to that next level with a strut, man. You can get to that next level, with confidence, knowing that you can move forward and you can navigate to even greater things, man. All right? So this is it. This is State of Game Podcast, man. Continue to support us. Continue to spread the word out, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. This is GT. I'll catch you guys on the next episode, man. Peace out.